Welcome to the Max 101 channel. Today I'm going to be talking about yet again more ideas that I have in my head. This time it's about express bus routes. Now this is an idea that I have heavily based off of Seattle, our neighbors to the north, if you want to think of it that way. I've stealed quite a bit of ideas from them, but they have a really good transit system. Now, in the downtown area, there are three major transit agencies that run through it, and one of them is Sound Transit. And Sound Transit runs the light rail and the Sounder trains, but they also run express bus lines. That's kind of similar to what these are here. These particular express lines would be numbered in the 300s. So if you wanted to ride an express bus, they would be in the 300s. That way they could be easily identified. These are your express routes. Now in general, these bus routes would travel toward Portland in the morning and away from Portland in the evening. These would be targeted toward commuters. However, not all express routes would behave this way, and even some would run 7 days a week. The most major difference between these buses and Trimet's regular buses is that in downtown Portland, instead of running on 5th and 6th Avenues, they would run on 3rd and 4th Avenues. So now I'm going to show you how insane I am, and I've created a list on Microsoft Excel. I'm going to show you this list now. So this list shows the line number and name there on the left. It shows both destination points and its frequency type. So one-way rush means it runs toward Portland in the morning and away from Portland in the evening. Two-way rush means that it still runs only during the rush hour, but it'll go in both directions during both rush hours. Weekday means that it runs weekdays, but all day. And daily means it runs all 7 days of the week. Most of these, like I said, are meant for commuting purposes, so you'll see a lot of one-way rush. Lines 301 through 314 all travel from a certain destination to Portland. And so, for example, line 301, St. John's, Portland. So it would start up in St. John's and travel toward Portland in the morning. And then, next to it, I kind of say the streets that it runs on, basically all the streets, so you can see Lombard, it runs on I-5, so it goes express, it's meant to be fast, and then it ends in downtown on 3rd and 4th Avenues. And it continues, you can see other ones. Line 309, Tigard, Portland, is more or less kind of what the Line 94 is now, but the Line 94 would just be adjusted here, and it would only go from Sherwood to Tigard, and then you'd board, or maybe it would turn into a Line 309 to Portland. Same thing with the Line 310 to Walton, Portland. It's basically just the Line 96, but it travels up 3rd and 4th Avenues. Now the other routes on here, numbers 321 through 329, are just kind of others. So these go from one destination point to another, not necessarily ending in downtown Portland. They just go from one city to another. And line 330 is the extension piece of the 30E, the former 30E. And the 379 goes from Clackamas to Oregon City. It's exactly the same as the normal line 79 route. Let's talk about that 330, the Estacada one. So, right now, as of the time of me filming this, they've actually temporarily suspended it thanks to the service reduction that went into place January 9th. But before that point, there was one morning and one evening trip. The morning trip went to Portland, the evening trip went away from Portland, on the line 30. It was called 30E. Now this was a very unique line in Trimet's system. Yeah, sure, there were some other routes that did similar things, like there used to be a line 14E as well, but it's not the same. Line 14E was express on Hawthorne Boulevard. That's what the E stands for, express. So it would just go from downtown all the way down to a certain point with no stops. But the 30E is different. The line 30 doesn't normally go into downtown Portland, but the 30E did. So it's a bit of like an extension of the line 30. And so my line 330, Portland Estacada, would just basically be that. So there would no longer ever be a 30E. it would be replaced with the 330, but it would be exactly the same otherwise. Well, there you go. Short video. Amazing. I never do short videos. Well, thank you for watching this video, and I will see you next time with another video.